1% a day equals a new life in a year. Change. We imagine it as something explosive, a moment of transformation, a bold leap, a dramatic decision. But in truth, life doesn't change in explosions. It changes in whispers, in small steps so tiny they seem invisible at first. That's the secret of the 1% rule. If you improve by just 1% every single day, by the end of the year, you won't just be better, you'll be unrecognizable. At first, 1% feels like nothing. Reading one page, doing 2 push-ups, writing 1 line. But 1% compounds, like money in a bank, like drops of water filling a jar. The difference is invisible today, but astonishing tomorrow. Mathematically, 1% better every day compounds to 37 times better in a year. That's not theory. That's exponential growth. The reason most people fail at change? They chase massive transformations. They run hard, burn out fast, and collapse. But 1% is different. 1% is gentle, manageable, doable, 1 brick at a time, 1 action at a time. And here's the magic. Every tiny win whispers to your brain, I can. And when your brain believes, your life follows. Habits don't just change your schedule. They change your identity. When you read 1 page, you're no longer someone who doesn't read. You are now a reader. When you jog for 2 minutes, you're no longer out of shape. You are now a runner in training. Small acts build new stories. And the story you tell yourself is the foundation of who you become. The hardest part of 1% growth? The beginning. For weeks, sometimes months, you see nothing. You put in effort, but the mirror doesn't change. The scale doesn't move. The results don't show. But growth is like ice melting. At 31 degrees F, nothing happens. At 32 degrees F, it cracks. 1 tiny degree makes all the difference. Consistency builds pressure until suddenly the dam breaks. Imagine this. Day 1, you're here. Day 30, you feel a little stronger. Day 100, people start to notice. Day 200, you're living differently. Day 365, you've built a life that feels like a miracle. And yet it was never a miracle. It was math. It was patience. It was 1% repeated. The beauty of the 1% rule is its simplicity. Every day, you only ask 1 question. What's my 1% today? Not, how do I change my life overnight? Not, how do I fix everything at once? Just, what tiny thing can I do today that makes me slightly better? Read a page. Do a push-up. Send a kind message. Write 2 lines. That's it. A 1% habit never stays alone. Exercise makes you eat better. Reading makes you think better. Writing makes you speak better. Gratitude makes you kinder. 1 small shift creates ripples that touch every part of your life. That's the hidden magic of consistency. Everything begins to align. Of course, resistance will scream. I'm too tired. It's too late. This one day won't matter. But here's the truth. Skipping today isn't neutral. It's negative 1%. And negative 1% compounds too. So when excuses shout, whisper back, just 1%. That's all you need. Picture yourself 1 year from today. If you do nothing, you'll be the same, maybe worse. If you give 1%, you'll be a different person entirely. Stronger, smarter, kinder, clearer. The year will pass anyway. The question is, who will you be at the end of it? Life doesn't demand giant leaps. It demands daily votes. And every day, with every action, you're casting a vote for the person you want to become. The world doesn't change overnight, but you can. Slowly, quietly, powerfully. The door to a new life isn't locked. It's opened 1% at a time. The journey may feel small each day, but when you look back, you'll see you climbed a mountain, brick by brick, step by step, 1% at a time. And that's the truth. You don't need to change your life today. You only need to give 1%. Tomorrow, another. Next week, another. And by the end of the year, you will no longer recognize yourself.